How's it going, guys? Chips here with you again, back with another Arc Let's Build video, and in today's video we are going to be building this rustic house that you see in front of you now. And in this video, guys, I'm going to walk you through this step by step with some real easy to follow along instructions so that you can get this build in your Arc. And for all of the building materials you will need, for the paint scheme, and also for the map chords if you should want them, go ahead and check out the description below. But anyways, guys, I just want to tell you thank you so much for being here today, checking out the video, and let's go ahead and let's get to building. Alright guys, so real quick before we jump into the building, I wanted to show you the foundation. So this is what you're going to need as far as space for your foundation. So if you need to pause the video now and make sure you have the space to make this build work, go ahead and do so. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is lay down the foundation for the main part of our building. So for this, we're just going to lay down 2 rows of 5 stone foundations, and then you can also go ahead and switch all of these to block. Next, we're going to add some pillars. So first, over here on the left side, we will place a wooden fence foundation on each of these foundations here, and then we will snap 2 high stone pillars to both corners. Heading over to the right side, we're again going to place a fence foundation on the back foundation only and snap 2 high stone pillars to that. Then coming around the corner, we'll place another fence foundation right here on the same foundation, and we're going to snap 2 high wood pillars to this. Then back over by the left side, we're going to go into the second foundation in, place down a fence foundation, and again snap 2 wooden pillars on the inside snap point. Alright, let's go ahead and build up the walls for this section. So starting on the front left side, we're going to go ahead and add 2 high stone walls here. Then we'll place 2 sets of 2 high thatch. Now these are just going to be placeholders, we will delete them later. We'll add 2 high stone right here, and we'll finish the front off with 2 high thatch again. On the right side, we'll start with 2 high thatch. Then in this next spot, we'll place a stone window frame and reinforced window, and a stone wall on top of that. Now on the back, we're going to place 2 high stone walls all the way across until we get to the last foundation. Make sure you are snapping to the foundation, not the fence foundation. So just place 2 high stone walls all the way across until the last foundation. And then here on the last foundation, we will place a stone window frame, reinforced window, and a stone wall on top. And then over on the right side, we will place a stone window frame and reinforced window on each foundation. And then just go ahead and place a stone wall on top of each of those. Now let's start building out our extra little portions of this build. So first, here on the front where we have these 4 thatch walls, we're going to place 2x2 stone foundations right here. So a 2x2 square, and you can go ahead and switch those to block. Then with those all switched, we're going to go ahead to either of the sides, and we're going to place a wooden fence foundation on the side of the front foundation, and do this on the other side as well. Then we will snap 2 high stone pillars to the inside snap point, so the one that's in the middle of our 2 foundations, and then add 2 high wood pillars on top of those, and do this on our other side as well. Now for the walls, we'll start over here on the left side, and we're just going to place 2 high stone walls on each of these foundations. Then on the front, we will place a stone double door frame on each foundation and place a double reinforced door inside of those. Then add stone walls on top. And over on the right side, we will again just place 2 high stone walls on each foundation. Now over on the right side, we're going to come in here to where we have this thatch wall, and we're going to go ahead and place a stone foundation in front of it, and then add 3 more stone foundations building out towards the front of our build. Go ahead and switch all of these to block. Then once we have that done, we're going to go ahead and we're going to come in here 2 foundations in and place a wooden fence foundation. And then on the inside between our 2 foundations, we will again snap 2 high stone and 2 high wood pillars. Now to build this portion up, we'll again start over on the right side. So on the back of this foundation, we're going to place 2 high stone walls. We'll do that again around the side here, 2 high stone walls here. We'll add a stone window frame and reinforced window here with a stone wall on top. Then again, another stone window frame, reinforced window and stone wall here. On this frontmost foundation, we will build 2 high stone walls all the way around it. Then we will add 2 high stone walls on this next foundation as well. Now we're going to go ahead and leave that spot open. That's going to be left open. We'll place another stone foundation right here in front of it and switch that to block. You can then go ahead and add 2 high stone walls on both sides of this foundation. Then go ahead and add 2 more stone foundations here and switch both of those to block as well. Then on the first foundation, we'll go ahead and place a stone wall and a sloped wall right. And then just a sloped wall right here on the frontmost foundation. On the back side here, we're going to go in between these 2 wooden pillars and we're going to place a 2x2 wooden foundation block here. So 4 total foundations. Go ahead and switch all of these to block as well. Then with those switched, go to either side of this to start, and on the back foundation, place 2 high wooden walls. Next, place a wooden wall and the appropriate sloped wooden wall on top. Here on the front, we will go ahead and place a wooden door frame and a wooden door, followed by a wooden wall in the next spot. Then on the other side, we will again place a wooden wall and sloped wooden wall on the first foundation and 2 high wooden walls on the second foundation. Next, with all of this placed, we can go ahead and delete our thatch walls that we placed at the beginning. They were just being used as kind of placeholders to show us where to build, but now that we've used them, we can go ahead and delete them. Once you have those deleted, we're going to fill in this entire section that is in between the stone walls with wooden ceilings. So go ahead, we'll start here on this front section right here. So we'll just place 4 wooden ceilings right here, and then like I said again, go around and anywhere that falls within the stone walls, we will fill in with a wooden ceiling, and just make sure that you're placing all of these so that they face in the same direction. Next, we're going to head over here to the left side between these 2 sets of pillars that we have right here on this corner. And we're going to place a wooden ceiling right here. Now we're going to be creating kind of a lip around part of our build. So go ahead and add another wood ceiling out from that one and then add 2 more right here. Now make sure you are placing them in the right direction. So place one there and one right here. And now we're going to take this all the way across this back wall. So we're going to place one right here to start and then just continue across to cover up the first little section of this wood here, and also go one more after that. Then we will continue one more out. We'll take that over here to meet with this. And then the last one we will add is right here at the front where we have this gap right here. We will just add one more right here. Again, I placed that one in the wrong direction. Make sure you place it in the right direction so that all of our floors are flowing in the same way. And then with all of those placed, that'll do it for our second floor. Now for building up the walls on this floor, we're going to start with the left side. So we're going to come over here to the corner and we're going to place a flipped wooden wall. And then on top of that, we're going to place another wooden wall, but we're going to flip it back around to face in the normal direction and then place the appropriate sloped wooden wall on top of that. On the next spot, we're going to place a flipped wooden window frame and a greenhouse window inside of that. Again, we will place another flipped wooden wall back to the right direction. Place another wall on top of that and an appropriate sloped wooden wall on top of that. In the next spot, we'll just do the same thing. So a flipped wooden window frame, greenhouse window, flip your wooden walls back around and place 2 of them, and then add the other sloped wooden wall on top of that. And for the last spot, we will again place a flipped wooden wall, then place a wooden wall flipped back around and the appropriate sloped wooden wall. Alright, now on the back side, we're going to start off with placing a flipped wooden window frame on the first 2 ceilings here, and we'll fill those in with greenhouse windows. Then we're just going to place 1 high flipped wooden walls all the way across the back here. And then on top of those, we will go ahead and flip our wooden walls back around and place a row of normal wooden walls all the way across. Now on the right side, we will start off by placing a flipped wooden wall on the first level back here, and then we'll add a normal wooden wall on top of that and the appropriate sloped wooden wall. In the next spot, we will place a flipped wooden wall again, and on top of that, we are going to place a greenhouse wall. And let's actually go ahead and replace that. Let's flip it around so it faces normal, and then we'll place a wooden wall on top of that facing normal and a sloped wooden wall on top. In the next spot, we'll do the same thing, so a flipped wooden wall, a greenhouse wall, normal wooden wall, and then a sloped wooden wall. And then on this last spot, we will again place a flipped wooden wall, a wooden wall flipped back around, and a sloped wooden wall. Then on these last two spots here on the front, we're just going to place one high wooden walls facing in the normal direction. Alright, now here on the front, we are first going to head in here to this corner above our staircase, and we're going to place a wooden fence foundation on the inside ceiling. So right there, place down your fence foundation, and then we're going to go ahead and snap two high wood pillars to the corner on that fence foundation. So place two pillars right here. Now we can go ahead and start building up our wall. So first, starting here on the front, we're going to place a wooden wall facing in the normal direction, and we're going to place a sloped wooden wall right on top of that. Coming around, we will place two normal wooden walls right here, and two more right here. At the spot above our staircase, we're going to place our wooden door frame, but we are going to flip this one around and then also fill that in with a wooden door. On top of that, we will add a wooden wall flipped back to facing in the normal direction. Let's go ahead in here to the inside, and we're going to again place a wooden door frame right here. Now you need to flip and rotate this to make sure you have it facing in the same direction as our other door frame we already placed. Go ahead and fill that in with a door as well, and place a wooden wall flipped around on top of that. Then we're going to go ahead back outside and continue around our build. So right here, we're going to place a flipped wooden window frame and a greenhouse window in this spot with a normal facing wooden wall on top. Here on this next spot, we're going to place two high wooden walls facing in the normal direction. Heading around to the front, we're going to go ahead and place a wooden window frame facing in the normal direction on each of these ceilings here, and go ahead and fill those in with greenhouse windows. Then we will place a wooden wall on top of both of those, and the appropriate sloped wooden wall on top of each of those as well. On this next side, we're going to go ahead and just build up two high wooden walls facing in the normal direction here. And then again, on the next side here, we will flip around a wooden window frame and place a greenhouse window inside of it. Place a wooden wall facing in the normal direction on top. Then on the last spot, add a flipped wooden wall and a normal wooden wall on top. With that all done, we're now going to place down some of our stairs, and we're also going to fill in our roof. So first, here on the front, we're going to place a stone stair in front of each of these doors, and then place a wood railing on the side of both of those stairs. Next, we will go ahead and fill in this spot that we made for a staircase by placing a stone stair right in front of our door, another one here, and then a third one down here on the ground, and go ahead and place three railings on this side and one on the other. Then we're going to go ahead to the back of our build where we placed that little wooden hut here on the back, and we're just going to place down a wooden staircase in front of it and two railings on the side. And then that'll do it for our stairs. So let's start with our roofs. So first, we're going to place two sloped wooden roofs right here on this little hut. Then we will go to the top and fill in the main portion of our build with sloped wooden roofs as well. So just place sloped wooden roofs all the way across in all four spots to fill in this main area. Now with that main portion filled, let's go ahead and do this little area right here. So place one right here, and then snap another one kind of going through our main roof, and do that again on this side as well. One on that spot, and then one more flipped around so that it is kind of going through our main roof like so. And then with that done, we'll just go ahead and we'll place two more right over here. Now let's create the overhang that goes over our stairs. So the first thing we need to do is come in here and place a thatch ceiling right here on the top, and that'll allow us to then snap a wooden sloped roof like so. So go ahead and pick up your thatch ceiling and your roof will stay in place, and then you can place another roof right here. So now that we have the overhang, we need to give it some support. So let's go down here to the bottom, and we're going to place a thatch ceiling right here along the foundation, and we're going to place another one right here as well. Then what that'll allow us to do is we can place a wooden double door frame, but we can flip it around so that it is snapping on top of the thatch ceiling like so. Do that again over here, and you'll see that none of our walls get destroyed, but we still get to place our wooden double door frames. So go ahead and pick up your thatch ceilings now, and everything stays in place. So let's just go ahead and build these up until they reach our sloped wooden roofs above. So 2 on each of those. Place 2 more on this one as well. And then we'll add 1 more at the bottom to get them down to the ground. And we now have an overhang here on our staircase. So then while we have these wooden double door frames out, we're going to go over here to this corner, and we're going to give this a little bit of support. So place a wooden double door frame underneath of these, but you need to rotate and flip it around so that it's up tight to the ceiling, and build it down 3 until you reach the ground. Do that again on this corner, and that'll give us kind of the appearance of stilts holding up our, where our ceiling sticks out over here. So we're going to do that there. We'll go ahead and do that on this corner as well. There we go. And then we're going to go over here to this corner, and we're going to do it over here as well. Now over here on the right where we have our 2 greenhouse walls, we're going to go in here and place a thatch ceiling above each of them. So place a thatch ceiling on each of those spots. And then we're going to go ahead and place a wooden railing, but we're going to rotate it around so that it is placing on top of the thatch ceiling, like so. And then go ahead and pick up your thatch ceilings. Once you have those picked up, we're going to go ahead and place 2 more railings below each of these. Now make sure you are snapping them to the railings above and not destroying your greenhouse walls. Then you can go ahead and pick up the topmost railings. And then we now have this kind of graded look in front of our window, but we need to box it in because the bottom looks pretty ugly. So what we're going to do is use wooden catwalks and place 3 of them across to kind of frame our window like so. And then do this on the top as well. And that'll give us a nice frame with that graded look in front of our windows. Alright, so now on the inside, we're going to create kind of a little bedroom here on the right side. So we're going to come in here to this pillar and place 2 high wooden walls and then the appropriate sloped wooden wall on top. Then in the next spot, we will place a wooden door frame and wooden door. And then just again, 2 high wooden walls and a sloped wooden wall. And just fill in the rest of this with wooden walls and sloped wooden walls to kind of section this off. And then the last thing we're going to do is here on the back left corner, we're going to add a fireplace. So first we need to place down a wooden ladder and go ahead and climb on top of that and get a fireplace out and then jump off. And what that'll allow us to do is place this fireplace perfectly straight. So line it up over here with this stone pillar, kind of put that stone pillar right in the middle, and then just take it back to the wall and place it right in front of the wall so it's just barely not merging with the wall. And now we'll have a fireplace and we can place a rug down in front of it to cover up that pillar. Alright guys, so that is going to do it for the building portion of this video. Now for the paint scheme, I am leaving it in the description below, so check it out down there. But you are going to need forest, mud, white, and slate for this paint scheme. So guys, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to apply the paint scheme, I'm going to add some decorations, and I'll show you what I come up with. Alright guys, so here is the paint scheme applied. Like I said, the paint scheme is in the description below, but here's a look at what it actually looks like on the building. So we'll go ahead, I'll show you some decorations real quick. Just here around the back, I've added some clutter. I've kind of turned this little area back here into an outdoor shed. But you could also put like feeding troughs or something in here. Anything that you want to place out of the way where it's not seen, you could put it in this little shed back here. If we go back around to the front and we head into the downstairs portion here on the front. So let's go down here. And for this area, I haven't done any decorating. I've just left it open. This is basically just supposed to be like a large basement area where you could fit a bunch of storage. You know, you could place like your electric stuff, your generator, all your cables and whatnot under here so that they're not looking like a mess, cluttering up the upstairs. Let's go ahead and head upstairs into the main portion of our build, and I'll show you what I've done in here. Now, I'm not a master decorator, but I've added a rug and some chairs around our fireplace. We've placed some storage above our window over here. I've added some storage in this room over here, kind of turned it into a closet. And then I've also placed down a table and a little bit more clutter over here to give us a dining area. And we have a seating area over here in front of these windows where you can sit and look out these windows at this beautiful view we have out here. And then if we go into the bedroom, I've placed down a bed with some nightstands and a rug over here, and also a table with a rug over here covering up those stone pillars that we had sticking through the wooden roofs. But alright guys, that is going to do it for this build. I hope you enjoyed the build. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was easy for you to follow along and get this build in your arc. Guys, if you did enjoy the build in the video and you haven't already, do me a favor and hit that like button. Those help my videos get out there. They help my channel grow. Do me a favor and leave me some feedback in the comments on what you think about the build, and also what are some future builds you might want to see. And of course guys, if you're new to the channel and you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe for future Arc Let's Build videos. But anyways guys, I just once again want to tell you thank you so much for being here today, checking out the video, and have a great day.